G'day guys, how you going? Hope you're having a fantastic evening or afternoon or morning, whatever time it is in your part of the world. I hope you're having a fantastic day and you've got a big smile on your face and you're enjoying yourselves. I'm going to be doing another review this evening. Now I know that's 2 videos in one day, that's not a usual thing for me, but I thought that today was a free day, so why not watch a few films and do a few reviews. So hopefully you're not sick of me yet and you enjoy this review as much as you've enjoyed reviews in the past. This is a low-budget Australian film made in 2008, directed by Stephen Katrosius. I think that's how you pronounce his name, and this is The Horseman. Now, The Horseman is a story about a father, the guy in the front there, who is coping with the loss of his daughter. His daughter has been found in an industrial part of North Queensland. She's died of a heroin overdose. That's what the autopsy report indicates. And it also indicates that she's had that semen has been found inside her body. So that leaves the door open for the possibility of whether or not maybe she had sex and then died of an overdose, or if she'd been raped and have died of an overdose. So there's no real closure to the case. There are no witnesses, so the police have no leads, and so it looks like that this crime is going to go, well, this possible crime is going to go unsolved. So there's no closure for the father. He's developed real psychological issues. He's cutting himself because he feels numb, and he says that the only way that he can feel something is by cutting himself. So the loss of his daughter has really just shattered this guy, and you feel so sorry for him because you know that deep down, this guy's a good guy, but it's just so unfortunate that these horrifying circumstances have been forced upon him. So you really feel sorry for him. So it looks like there's going to be no closure. That's until this father receives a package in the mail. Now this package, there's no return to sender address, so it's obvious that whoever sent him this package doesn't want to be found and wants to remain anonymous. So he opens this package, and inside this package is a VHS tape. This VHS tape is a low quality porno. And to this father's horror, the porno stars his daughter. And his daughter is on this bed, and she is off her head on drugs. And she's just like, she's just a zombie-like sort of appearance. She has no idea where she is, and it's obvious that she is not a willing participant in this porno. And there's a group of men in the room, and they're naked, and they're basically taking advantage of the state that this young girl's in, and they take turns raping her. And so the father sees all of this on screen, on the video, and he soon realizes that these are the moments leading up to her death. She's died of a heroin overdose as a result of what she'd been given for this film, and the semen found inside her body was the semen of these scumbags that raped her. So these guys have made a profit from her death, and as you can tell, this guy just goes insane with rage. He wants to find the people who had anything to do with the film. He wants to find the people responsible for distributing it, the people responsible for making it, and the people who participated in it. So everybody who was involved in the film, this father wants to track down, and what he has in store for them is brutal torture and murder. So it's a revenge film, and it's it's a simple storyline. It's not going to complicate things, but my thoughts on the film, wow, just wow, absolutely brilliant. Not since the film Dead Man's Shoes, which is a British revenge film directed by Shane Meadows. That was an outstanding film. Not since that film have I seen a revenge film packed with so much emotional punch. The acting, the guy Christian, played by Peter Marshall, the father, absolutely incredible performance. It was one of the best performances by an Australian that I've ever seen. I don't say that lightly. I know I've said in the past a few times that great performances, but this one really was outstanding. I put this up there with Eric Bana's performance in Chopper. That's how good he was. He plays this complete wreck of a man. He's had his life just shattered, torn away from him, and he is just blinded by pure rage. He wants to inflict as much pain as possible upon these scumbags responsible for this movie, and he goes about it in a very, very brutal way. Not since Wolf Creek have I seen violence in an Australian film so brutal, so raw, so gritty. You got films like Storm Warning, which have a lot of gore, have a lot more gore than this, but the gore in Storm Warning really made it more of a cool movie rather than a disturbing movie. Like you see some of the gore in Storm Warning, you think, oh, that had really good gore in it, that was really cool. This film, you won't come away from it thinking, oh, the violence was so cool, because the violence is very depressing, very realistic. It doesn't glorify violence, it's not stylized, it's just brutal, raw, gritty stuff. Exactly like Wolf Creek. Not excessive in the gore, not a heap of blood everywhere, but it's just really disturbing, realistic violence. Some of the violence is off screen, but a lot of it is on screen. I know a lot of gore hounds, you like your graphic sort of stuff. This film is graphic enough, but there is a lot of what you don't see which really does get to you as well. There are a few torture methods that were just, wow, really made me flinch. I don't like giving away anything, but I'll just say 2 words. Well, yeah, I'll just say a few words to describe one of the torture sequences. Fishhooks and a penis. So that kind of gives you an impression of what you're going to get yourself in for watching this film. This father, he is hell-bent on revenge, and you really kind of, it's not good to see torture being inflicted upon someone, but you really, this father, he's turned into a devil kind of person, but you can understand why he is doing what he's doing. He is not proud of what he's doing. He's very emotional. He's a wreck. He's crying a lot, and it's just a really heartbreaking, depressing film. Because no matter how much revenge he gets, he's never going to get his daughter back. He knows this. He is not proud of what he's doing. He knows that he's ruined his life because of the actions that he's chosen to do. So he's prepared to face the consequences, but he just wants closure on this whole thing. He wants these people to pay. He knows that they're going to go through unpunished because the police haven't got any leads. So he's going to do everything to, at least get some sort of, I don't know, you can't say satisfaction, but some sort of revenge for his daughter who had no chance and, who died horribly. And so the whole film just has a really depressing tone to it. It is a very, very, very good film. I highly recommend this. If you like your torture films, this isn't a torture film, this is a revenge film. But there are sequences of torture that, that are just really, really hard to watch. I found it really hard, especially that scene involving the fishhooks. I mean, there's another film involving a bike pump. So I highly recommend this for all of you guys who like films with some pretty hard to take sort of violence. It is an incredible film. I don't know why I hadn't seen this before. Poor marketing. A lot of Australian films are victim of poor marketing. It's very unfortunate, but I'm so glad I have this in my collection. This is a must-have for all of you guys who like revenge films, especially films like Dead Man's Shoes. I'm not going to say it's better than Dead Man's Shoes, but I'm not going to say that Dead Man's Shoes is better than this either. So that's how highly I regard this film. This is Australian cinema at its best. I rate this up there with Wolf Creek and its brutality. Very similar sort of approach to its violence. There is nothing cool about the violence. It is very disturbing, very gritty, and it's not stylized, so it's not a film you're going to come away thinking cool. It is an emotionally draining film, and it's one that I feel that you have to see. So that's The Horseman, a very, very good low-budget Australian revenge film. Alright guys, I hope this review was interesting for you all, and I hope you get out and see this absolute gem of a film. Alright guys, that's it. I'll see you later, and yeah, bye.